Hello. Okay, today I'm going to talk about a silly will that we've just come across, which has now been destroyed and a new will made. And it basically goes to prove that sometimes it's not necessary for estate planning to be complex. It's just a question of dedicating a bit of love to what you do and thinking over the situation that your client has and providing sensible advice. This mistake that we've seen on this will is through no lack of knowledge of the lawyer that prepared it. I think it's just basically a lack of time and love for your job. So what mistake is this? Well, I'm going to invent the names. So we have a lady called Mary that's made the will, and she had left her €340,000 villa in Estepona. She had made the will in favor of her son and her beloved daughter-in-law. She went into the lawyer after purchasing the property in Estepona, asked to do a will. She filled in a form, and can she leave everything to her son and daughter-in-law? Of course, no problem at all. So she signed the conveyance and straight away signed a Spanish will. So she came in to see us. We've had a look at the will, and of course there's nothing wrong with the will. It's legally valid, and if she passes away, her daughter-in-law and her son will receive their estate without any problem. And because that's what she basically wanted to know, how long probably it would take, is it all good order? The trouble is the inheritance tax. I mean, if this same will, instead of leaving everything to the son and daughter-in-law, had left everything to her son, she would have paid no inheritance tax. Well, if she leaves it in this way, there is going to be a bill for €34,000 inheritance tax for her daughter-in-law, which was completely unnecessary. So for those naysayers that say that these where are I getting the numbers from, because I had someone the other day that said that, I'm going to explain how the inheritance tax is worked out in this case. Okay, so let me just share the screen quickly, and I'm going to tell you how. Let me see, somewhere here I did have somewhere here I've got the tax scale. Okay, 1 second. Okay, here we've got the tax scale. And let me tell you how we've come to this figure of €34,500, because I've calculated it before, versus no tax at all. Okay, simple. If Mary had left everything to her, sorry, let me get my little screen here in place. If Mary had left everything to her son, it's in Estepona, it's Andalusia, he'd be entitled to €1 million exemption, no tax. There's no need for further explanation there. If, on the other hand, she leaves everything, the two of them is equal shares, let's make the calculation. So the house is 340, she's receiving half. Obviously, the son will pay nothing. On her half, that's €170,000. The exempt amount in Andalusia this year for group 3 beneficiaries, that's cousins, brothers, and descendants by affinity, which is the case. The exempt amount is €10,000. In fact, it's a bit better than last year, where it was €8,000. So from the 270, we take away €10,000, and she's going to be taxed on €160,000. So we apply the sliding scale, 160,000. We'll see here, as it says here. So let me give it a little bit so you can see me. We go here to see 159,634. That's close enough. It will be €23,000, or just over. Let's call it 23,000. Round it up. But that's not the end of the story, because in Spain, once you've applied the sliding scale, you have to go to the corresponding multiplier. So if it was a spouse or descendant, the multiplier is always 1, so therefore doesn't exist. But in group 3, the multiplier is 1.5. So we multiply our €23,000 by our 1.5, and we come up with €34,500. So, I mean, this is a will that makes me a bit angry. I do like wills that are well made. Let me see if I can get back to stop share. Okay, I do like the wills to be well made. For some people, complex estate planning is necessary to reduce the inheritance tax bill. But other times, it's just a question of doing a will without making silly mistakes and dedicating 10 minutes to sit down with this lady, with Mary, and have gone through her situation and explain that, look, I know what you want to do is leave everything to your son and your daughter-in-law, but are you aware that if you left it just to your son, they'd save 34,000 euro? And hey, maybe Mary still would have wanted to do it that way. It's possible, because it's not, but she should have known. And in this case, as soon as she found out the difference in tax, she wanted to change the will and leave everything to her son. So that's what's being done. Okay, so that's that. So if you're in one of these situations and you've made a will leaving everything to your son or daughter and daughter-in-law and son-in-law, think about it twice. And if you've got any other will and you've got doubts about whether sufficient time was dedicated to look to make sure that the clauses were correct, give us a call. Thank you, and thank you for watching. Bye.